There's a lot of different religions, so then that creates conflict because people are so close to like their religion, it defines them.
I do not believe any opposing religions with anybody is probably a good idea. So why would it be like with the Middle East? So yes, that's probably a problem.
It's definitely a problem.
I do not think that they cooperate well. I think that the religions would probably have to do, I don't know. I just don't think they would really get along.
I'm a Muslim, and I just look at them the same way as people look at me. If I get treated with respect, I treat them with respect.
لبنان يقع جغرافيا جانب سوريا وفوق إسرائيل. هذا البلد الشرقي الصغير يتميز بجمال طبيعته وغناء ثقافته.
ريتا خالو أنا كتير مزوق.
يقصده السواح من جميع أقطاب العالم. أصعب الحروب التي مرت على الشعب اللبناني هي حرب سنة 1975.
My name is Gabriel Said Reynolds. I'm a professor of Islamic Studies and Theology at the University of Notre Dame. Well, it would be difficult to say that religion can be blamed for the civil war, because in fact in this region of the world Muslims and Christians had been living for hundreds and hundreds of years together in peace. So there must be something more, right? It can't only be religion. There must have been other factors, and in fact the political situation was quite complicated at the time. There were all different sorts of sources of tension. On the one hand, there was a conflict between Israel and the Palestinians, which led to the placement of large Palestinian refugee camps because of Palestinians who had been forced to leave their home. And they were interested in developing a resistance to Israel, so they had lots of arms there. There was also other external forces, including some of the neighbors of Lebanon in an ongoing Cold War. So there was lots of other factors other than religion.
لبنان أكبر بلد مسيحي بالشرق الأوسط. 40% من الشعب هم من الطائفة المسيحية. لبنان يتعبد إلى مريم العذراء، إلى القديسين مثل مار شاربل، سانت ريتا، مار مخيل، دي سرف أو مرمرون. وتوجد الكنائس والكاتدرائيات في الضياع وفي المدينة. أول عجيبة للسيد المسيح وهي تحويل الماء إلى خمر حدثت في ضيعة صغيرة اسمها قانا تقع في جنوب لبنان. يشتهر لبنان بتعدد طوائفه وتعايشهم.
So it would be hard to say it as better religious tolerance. But then on the other hand, there is a way we could say so, because in fact there's a lot of religious liberty that non-Muslims have in Lebanon, that Christians have in Lebanon, that they don't have in other Middle Eastern countries. And one example of that is that people have the freedom in Lebanon to change their religion. So in Lebanon, Muslims are free to become Christians if they want to. In other countries in the Middle East, it's acceptable for Christians to become Muslims, but it's not acceptable for Muslims to become Christians. It's usually forbidden legally. There's no way for it to happen. If people do it, they do it in secret, and sometimes it's dangerous to do. But not so in Lebanon. In Lebanon, a Muslim can become a Christian, and that's acceptable. So in some ways, there is more freedom, and the principal reason is that percentage-wise, there are more Christians in Lebanon. It's not the largest Christian community in the Middle East, which is instead in Egypt, but percentage-wise, Christians have the highest percentage in Lebanon. Historically, it's been even higher. So there's a sort of sense that, Islamic rules, they simply can't apply in this country. So we have to come to some sort of compromise. And in fact, most Muslims have been eager to work out that compromise.
قديش كان عمرك بس بلش الحرب؟
قديش كان عمري بس بلش الحرب؟ بلش الحرب سنة 75. احسبي من قديش بيكونوا شي 27 سنة.
كيف بلش الحرب؟
بلش الحرب كانوا طمعانين الفلسطينية بلبنان، بدهم ياخدوا لبنان. هيك بلش الحرب. كان زعيمهم أبو عمار قال لهم بدي خلت تمرق طريق القدس من جونة. ما قبلوا. الشباب المسيحية ما قبلوا انه يبيعوا بلدهم ويبيعوا لبنان، حاربوا وهيك بلشت الحرب.
شو كان الافكت تبع الحرب عليك؟ هيك شو عمل لك الحرب؟
كيف تأثرت عليك؟
أثرت علي، أثرت كتير. كنا نحن الأصل من لما تجوزت أنا وجوزي من المريجة، وبيتنا وأرضنا ورزقنا بالمريجة. صار الحرب وشحطونا، قويوا علينا وشحطونا من المريجة، وصرنا بالطريق لا بيت ولا شي.
مين شحاتك؟
شحطونا الفلسطينية والأحزاب اليسارية.
إذا أنت فيك تقولي قول شي لحدا عايش بأمريكا، شو بتقولي له؟
بقول لهم ما تجربوا تبيعوا أرضكم، ما تظهروا من بلدكم. الأمريكاني المزبوط ما بيبيع بلده، لأنه اللبناني المزبوط ما بيبيع بلده.